I was talking about how I've heard people talk about, when it comes to forgiveness towards other people, that you have to get to the point where you have to choose to forgive them. And I'm going to talk about this because I believe this is important. I wrote these notes down because I heard of a pastor, Dwayne Sheriff. He talked about this, and this really stuck with me. Forgiveness becomes simple, not just realizing you're forgiving them of the debt they owe you, forgiveness, but you're releasing them to God, and the Bible says, vengeance is His, He will repay. One of the things too is when you get a heart, understanding the love of God for you is going to also greatly help with this, because when you understand that God isn't only trying to set you free, but He's trying to set others free, that when you comes to forgiveness, I'll talk about this in the first couple of episodes here, talking about the forgiveness, how unforgiveness in your heart is going to hurt you tremendously. And I was mostly talking about the aspects, the effects that it's going to have on you. But not only that, but when you get a heart of a love towards other people, which I believe can really come from the love of God. You cannot fully love people the way that God has commanded you to until you understand the love of God for yourself. And it comes a lot easier forgiving one another is when you realize that you're not only forgiving them for yourself, but you're also, when you forgive, you are releasing that spiritual tension that they can be released unto God. Because, again, he talks about this, vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. You shouldn't be the one to repay. When you go and repay somebody else for what they've done to you, you have cut off the supply of what God could do to them. And God isn't going to, strike them with leprosy, but God can deal with the situation a lot better than you ever could. And, I don't have a best example of this. I've never really had to go through this, but I know, has there ever been a time where you got revenge on somebody for something doing to you, for somebody who did something to you, and you can be honest with this, did you feel good afterwards?